Pink Sock Podcast, your go-to destination for a wild and unpredictable ride through the realms of music, comedy, cannabis culture, and beyond. With your host, the fearless, the irreverent, Mike Usenik, presenting eclectic, entertaining, enlightening, surprising content. Join in the fun, push boundaries, challenge conventions, explore the spectrum of human experience. We won't shy away from any topic. Entertainment, exploration, connection. Join us.
Yes, join us. We sound like a cult. I'm going to start my own little cult. Let's do it. Hi, guys. Thank you for tuning in to Pink Sock Podcast. I really have nothing planned for this episode. I was hoping to have people join me, but everyone is a tad bit busy. If you're listening to this and you would like to join, however, I will put the link in the description and you guys can join us. Join us. Join us. Join us. Yeah, I don't know how long this episode's going to be. I was originally going to reschedule anyway. We might not do Monday through Wednesday because a friend of mine does his show on Wednesdays. I wasn't sure if he was still doing it. But we might just do Monday and Tuesdays moving forward. We'll figure it out. It'll buff itself out. But without further ado, we're just going to chill out, relax with me. Relax with me, guys. Hang out with me. So recently I've been talking about this, but I have been reading this book, The Satanic Bible by Anton Szandor LaVey. I will be reviewing it. Just got to finish it. I'm about halfway done. I recommend the book, actually. It's a very interesting read. But you have to go into it with an unjudgmental mind. He was a very interesting character. And I may even talk about him on stage. Speaking of, I'm going to be doing stand-up comedy, guys. My comedy shows coming up are... Sorry, I had them up, but for some reason, my computer decided to say, hey, go fuck you, and didn't work. Here we go. Now, my event schedule is July 13th. I'm going to be at Summerfest. That is in exactly 10 days. That is for OVDJ. It is in Jacobsburg, Ohio. There's a lot of great DJs there and a comedian. Me, I think. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be doing, I think, about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be talking about all kinds of shit that I've had up in his mind. I got to be careful when I'm on Pink Sock to not say some of my material, but I'm going to be performing at OVDJ. I'm also going to be performing for RL Strength and Conditioning on the 24th. And then I got some shows to announce. I have open mics that I'm going to be announcing as well. But yeah, that's what I've got going on in my world. But what would you guys like for me to talk about in the future? Leave in the comments below. If you're not in the live chat, that is fine too. If you want to join me, I left the StreamYard link in the comment section. Don't normally do these shows with me talking to myself, but here I am talking to myself like a weirdo that I am. Hi, Linda. How are you doing, dear? I saw your comment from yesterday. I apologize. I did not realize that I was going live the same time as Useless Reality. That is something I'm going to change because I don't like competing with people. I do my own thing, yes, but I also support people, and I feel bad that I went live at the same time. But I also don't really have a long episode anyway. I don't really have anything planned. I had people that was supposed to show up, but things come up, things happen. It's live. It's live entertainment. Anything can go wrong. Anything can go good. Anything can happen. Take the punches as they come. I like this microphone. It's gold. How does it sound? How does it sound? Hi, I'm not high yet. I've got this. I've got this vape. I switched to dry herb vaping because it's better on your lungs. At least for me, it feels better on my lungs than smoking it. And I actually like it because you can actually taste the terpenes. And when you're done with the flower and it's dried up and all that fun shit, you put it in a little container. Shout out to Guar. I'm not sponsored, but Bud of the Gods, they have a great CBD strain, I think is still available. And you eat that shit. It will not start back up till July 10th. All right. I will try to keep that in mind. And then I'll just keep Pink Sock Monday and Tuesday. Or Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Because I'm trying to make it like a regular live show. Or I can just become a guest eventually on Useless Reality, and we can combine the two for one episode. One or the other. I interview him as he interviews me. Thank you, Linda. I truly appreciate it. I try to keep it entertaining. I try to keep it enlightening. I try to be myself, and I try to entertain you guys. But with 5 years of material, once a week, now 2 or 3 days a week, it gets kind of hard. I'm not going to combine them now. The Pink Reality, that would be cool. Pink Reality. But I'll join. I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of selfish when it comes to Pink Sock in a way. Hi, Abigail Camp. Such a sweetheart. I love all you guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you for loving everything that I do, and thank you for supporting me. I'm a crazy nut, but people come back, and they keep coming back. I say off the wall shit, and y'all keep coming back. I think my brain is trying to cancel itself, but but I can't be canceled. Because I don't ever come from a place of hate. I think that's where cancelization happens, is when people come from a place of hate or is misunderstood. Because how you interpret somebody or what they say is completely different than what they actually fucking mean. But yeah, I already went through all the events that I'm doing. If you want to hear that shit again, you can rewind or go to usenick.com. If you don't use Nick, you'll lose Nick. USENICK.com. Let me pop it up for you guys so that yes, I've got a website. I'm fucking official. I'm not really official, but there it is. Usenick.com. If you don't use Nick, you'll lose Nick. If you guys would like to join this live, there is a link in the comment section. If not, I'm just going to keep ranting and raving and carrying on until I decide that I have become boring or obsolete. Or I just get tired of talking because my throat's a little fucked up. I don't know what the deal is. I woke up this morning to like a in my throat, like a raspy in my throat. I don't know if there's something going on, but I miss working with you too. Let's work together again. I am looking, well, I'm not looking, but I am always in the market for a new job. So if it's paying good enough and they give me the hours that I need, the days off that I need, I'll gladly work somewhere else. What I find hilarious is in my neighborhood, we have this truck stop. I'm not going to name any of them because I'm not going to do all that. But there is a truck stop and they just remodeled. But there's a truck stop that is a competitor that is being built across the street. Now, the truck stop that remodeled themselves to look internally like the truck stop that's being built. Like, what do they think's going to happen? Somebody's going to be looking to go to the other truck stop and then be like, oh, and they get confused and they think the logic baffles me. And I'm not just making fun of them. I've seen a lot of gas stations do that. They model themselves to look like the competitor. Like, I get it. You like what they do, but I don't know. I don't like the competitor. Let's become them. It's corporate Corporate's fucking weird. Corporate's fucking weird. Adam G is here. It has been forever. What is up, Adam?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, all good.
Dude, you got your official Goals Gone Wild hat. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, one of many hats I own.
You're becoming more professional than me. All I've got is shirts. Like, Jesus.
I got shirts. I got like dog shirts as well.
Dude, I love it. I love what you're doing, man.
Thanks.
Have you watched any good horror movies lately?
Yeah, Exorcist 3 was one of them.
Awesome. By the way, where you're working will not eat them happen. That is so funny. I have been a competitor. I never mention my workplace publicly, but Exorcist 3 is a great one. It is very underrated in the Exorcist series.
Yes, because it's a different approach to the movie. It's more like a detective movie.
Speaking of horror and goth, I've been mentioning this on the show. I am going to be doing, and it's going to be controversial. I might get some hate for this. I don't care. I'm going to be reviewing my first book review.
Ah, cool.
I'm going to be reviewing The Satanic Bible by Anton Szandor LaVey.
Ah, yeah. Nice.
Now this is where it gets confusing, Garak.
Yeah.
He's not a devil worshipping Satanist. He is an atheist who created his own religion and called it Satanism.
Gotcha.
So it's very interesting. I'm going to do a whole episode on the Satanic Panic, and then I'm going to review the Satanic Bible. So if you would like to be a part of that episode, since you do a horror themed podcast, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, I'll do my best to tag along.
So how have you been? I have not seen you in forever, dude. Like, I miss you. I miss you.
Yeah, busy. I took a couple of weeks off from doing this. Just need to like reset myself.
You have to, dude, because like, I'll be honest, it takes a lot out of you. Like, people think you're just sitting there talking into a microphone, but it takes a lot out of you.
It does. Especially if you're doing everything by yourself, it's different.
Yes, would love to hear that episode. All right. And I will say, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Greg. I would like to say that when I do this episode, it's not just going to be a book review. I am going to go through the history of Satanism and educate on this show to the best of my ability. There's some stuff that I might not know and I might get wrong, and I'll do a later episode fixing myself. But I'm going to be giving the unbiased and unreligiously biased, the actual history of Satanism dating back to the 18 or 17 or 1600s. I don't know the exact history. To the best of my knowledge, I'm also going to be covering some of the religious scrolls that was missing from what later on became the Christian Bible, because it does mention Satan, and there are various artifacts and people before Christianity that believed in Satan, but it was not the Christian Satan.
Gotcha.
So I'm doing an unbiased episode diving into Satanism, because who else in this area that I live in or in the podcasting world has the balls to do so?
Question. I'm thinking about doing an intro for my podcast, because like, I don't know if I might be doing some of it live or someone just recorded it and just post it up.
Yes.
What do you normally use for like an intro, to do intros and stuff?
For my video intro that we use right now, my friend Katie actually did it. She created the video and she put text over, and that is her talking.
Yeah.
I can find out her price because she did it out of a favor, because I did something for her. She did something for me.
Yeah.
But I can get you the contacts and shit and figure out the pricing, and you can get an intro like mine from her.
Yeah, I know there's other softwares and stuff like that, but you got to pay like monthly and shit. I'm like,
Oh no, she'll just create it for you, like with a one-time fee, like just one time. I for my short clips though, if you want to know how to do short clips really quickly, I use Opus Clip.
Opus Clip. Is
It
that
is
an app?
it is a website. It is opusclip, I believe.com. You type that in. You can either do the free version, which is an hour a month, or you can pay $20 and it's 3 to 4 hours. I think it's 4 a month. And you just put your video in there and it will cut it down to clips and even put words over it like letters and shit. And you can go in and change what it says if it's not saying what you're exactly saying. And you
Mm,
can even have it do like AI, like it'll pop up like a video, like in between you talking, like some people do, or pictures to go with it.
yeah,
And that is the best thing I found.
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I found some other ones, and I just wanted to do something just simple. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, if you want like a simplistic intro like the one I did, I'm sure my friend Katie would do it for you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I've got another guest lined up next week.
Go
So
ahead.
I got two.
Shameless
One
plug. Go ahead.
Wednesday, one on Wednesday, one on Thursday. So
Who you got?
yeah, I got this guy named Brian Taso. He's a chef and also a guitarist um for a metal band. Which I don't know what metal band it is, but yeah.
You have a guest, but you don't know where he's from.
No, well, this is I follow him like for his chef reactions and stuff like that. And I discovered him through AC Slade when he was on his show when he makes like a sandwich sub type thing that
Oh, okay.
something that he eats and stuff like that. So I subscribed to his Patreon to support him. And yeah, he plays guitar for a metal band. So I'm just reading some info on him now as we're talking and stuff like that. But he owns like a sandwich cafe restaurant in New York.
Word. That's fucking cool, dude.
Yeah, so I got him on 8 a.m. my time, so 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
When was that? Wednesday? Or would it be Wednesday for me, Thursday for you? Or
Wednesday next week, so Tuesday for him.
okay, so it'd be Tuesday for me.
Yeah, 6
Okay.
p.m.
I'll check it
So
out, dude.
yeah, no, he's pretty cool. I love watching his reaction videos and shit. Mostly it's on like Gordon Ramsay and shit like that.
Dude, I fucking love that. I love Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay is the Simon Cowell of like fucking the chef industry.
He's cool, but he just needs to chill the fuck down.
Yeah, like I don't understand. That's the one thing I don't agree with. He's a great chef and shit, but I understand when he does kitchen nightmares because those people fucking have atrocious kitchens and like it's shit. Like it's a horrible. They deserve to be yelled at. But
Yeah,
his
there's no need.
own workers though on Hell's Kitchen is a little much.
Yeah,
You want to be like a positive leader, not fucking screaming at people.
yeah, true.
And who's your other guest you got lined up?
I got a part 2 interview with Travis Everett from Witch Grinder
That's
because
fucking cool.
um we had uh technical difficulties, so I had to edit the interview that I recorded and then just cut out to the part that was slowly crackling out.
Mhm.
So yeah, he opened up for Ace Frehley in 2015,
Oh, really? That's
which
fucking
is
cool
weird.
shit.
Which was yeah, he said it was odd.
That is odd because like Witch Grinder and Ace Frehley don't really.
Match, yeah. Yeah, I know. It's he said the same thing too, and yeah.
That'd be like
It's kind of
Snoop Dogg opening for Slayer. Wait, that's happened.
oh really?
I don't know if he opened for them, but he played the same festival as Slayer. It was a Canada festival. But dude, Witch Grinder and Ace Frehley though is awkwardly like a dream show now. It just became one. Like I want to see them
It,
two together.
yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, he said he's actually a nice guy and stuff like that. But I've heard stories that he's a bit of an idiot too. Ace can be.
depending on what era of Ace you met, I can see that because he used to be a bumbling alcoholic at one time.
Yeah.
Like if you watch
Yeah.
that interview with Kiss where he was like interrupting all the members and laughing and being way over the top.
He
And
was on something, though.
yeah, he had to have been. That was one of the last interviews he did with Kiss because he got fired not long after that.
Yeah, it was in the mid 80s, early 90s, I think it was.
I think the best era Kiss ever had. And I get hate for this, but it's true. When it comes to musically, like I do enjoy like the 70s and the fucking them rising to the top. But when they took the face paint off,
Mm,
they had a lot of like they upgraded musically. They become like more of like they did like a heavier style as well as great love songs. Like they weren't the 70s anymore, like if that makes any sense.
yeah.
Like it was a
Yeah.
different Kiss. And then they turned around and started doing the old shit again. And I'm not a fan of like, I don't mind bands doing that. Don't get me wrong. But like the reasoning Kiss took the makeup off was because they wanted to prove that they didn't need the makeup to be relevant. And then they turned around and put the makeup back on.
Mm-mm. It's sort of
Which
like similar like with Tobias Forge, but like he had no choice because he got sued.
fair, yeah. He used to come out not he would wear makeup, but not like the prosthetics, but he would wear like the little black eyeliner under his eye or whatever you call it, the eyeshadow.
Oh, I call it the guy liner, but yeah.
Yeah, he did the guy liner like clear under, kind of like what what's his name, Jerry Only of Misfits, what he does. He did like a
Yeah.
very similar thing, but he had his hair all slicked back. I like the whole thing though with Ghost because I don't know Tobias's beliefs or nothing, but they are kind of like mocking in a way or like parody of the Catholic Church, but they're the satanic version.
But happier.
Yeah, happier.
Yeah.
They're like
But but Tobias Forge is like a genius in how he wants the band to be, you know what I mean?
yeah, he's a genius, and every album's a different singer, but it's him playing that character, but he sings slightly differently each time that he does a different character.
Yeah, exactly. And he's a smart businessman on how he wants Ghost to be. And Ghost has started to become like Kiss now, a marketing brand.
They are the modern day Kiss, but there is a slight difference. Well, I guess Kiss in like the 80s, Kiss has had less members than Ghost, and we know who the members are. Ghost still has that mystique about them. You don't know who everyone has been in the band because they're a revolving door lineup.
Well, there are links to who the ghouls and stuff like that are underneath the mask.
Like the current ones or all of them from the past?
All of them from the past and current.
That's wild. I didn't know that because I know Dave Grohl came forward and said he was one at one time.
Oh, for a studio, maybe.
Might have been because they're not really credited by name.
No, because there was one guy, I think it was from the prequel era. He actually came out to say that he got sued or he was trying to sue him, Tobias Forge and stuff like that, and it kind of got backfired or something like because Tobias Forge formed Ghost. He hired them as band members.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, when Tobias Forge hires you to be like a studio musician or touring or whatever, you're a ghostwriter. You're
Yeah.
hired pretty much as a ghostwriter, and then you tour. It's his band.
Yeah, I saw something on YouTube. It was the studio drummer for Ghost playing like Rats and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah. It's quite interesting too, because like he plays all the guitars apart from maybe some leads, but he plays everything. The same like what Billy Vallow did on his solo album. He did everything on that album, but live he just gets a band together, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
But no, I think and people get so much hate. People hate Ghost so much because of their music and all that shit. But it's so funny, like they will take their time to talk shit on the band that's more popular than them, you know what I mean? They'll take the time to go on their page, talk shit, but then spread the word around saying how Ghost is shit. But then you spreading that name around to make him fucking more popular, bro. Like that's what I don't understand.
I personally, I do love Ghost, but as a comedian, I do make fun of them a little bit for the Scooby-Doo chase music thing. But I do genuinely love Ghost.
Oh,
but
they're fun live.
I think Ghost gets a lot of hate for two reasons. One reason is their music is so uppity, but they're also satanic. Satanic is supposed to be like what people would imagine, like very dark, blah, 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 kind of like Black Sabbath, or even the other side of the realm, a black metal. But what they tend to forget is that's what Tobias Forge is doing.
Yeah.
He's making it satanic pop pretty much in a way, or hard rock.
Exactly. But like if you hear his lyric, listen to his lyrics or read his lyrics, it still have that satanic background in the back, you know.
Yes.
Thing. So it's just more uplifting. That's the thing. People just don't understand that.
And the rabbit hole that you go down, though, is you also got to look at Ghost isn't the first band they're the first one to do the gimmick with the whole church and thing. However, they're not the first band to use a more uplifting kind of style of music per se, but with the satanic undertones. Because there was a band in the 60s by the name of Coven. They sounded kind of like Jefferson Airplane, but like satanic. So like they sound like Jefferson Airplane. No, I'm just kidding. There was great. Listen to their music, dude. I think you'd like them. They have one of their albums on Spotify.
Okay.
There's a controversy behind them though, because Coven, when they came out in '65, they had a bassist by the name of Oz Osbourne.
Yeah.
They released their debut album in '67, I believe it was, and one of their tracks was Black Sabbath. And then in '69, Black Sabbath was formed with Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, right.
So a lot of people think they kind of stole a little bit from Coven, but Tony Iommi says it's just coincidence. He never even heard of the band until after.
Okay.
But back on Ghost, though, is I love them because I've always been, not that I worship any deity, and it's not that I worship Satan or whatever. Even if I did, that doesn't mean I'm a bad guy, but that's besides the point. I have always been into dark imagery, gothic, like the satanic, when the satanic panic was kind of still going on in the 2000s. I'm like, oh man, that shit's cool. They're on TV wearing all black, like, hey, old Satan. Like, I thought that shit was pretty cool to watch. So like to see a band doing that, but in a more of a poppy, like uplifting music kind of way is cool to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
And seeing them perform with because it's funny to watch, because we mentioned Ghost is more uplifting, right?
Yeah.
But they also perform with other satanic bands, and it's fucking hilarious to watch because they'll perform with Behemoth.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I like to see Rob Zombie, Alice Cooper, and Ghost.
That would be a good show
on one bill, because it'll be completely different things, right? Because like you'll have Rob Zombie. I reckon you should have Rob Zombie first to play for an hour, and then Ghost will come on for an hour and 20 minutes or an hour and 30 minutes, and then Alice can do like an hour and 45-minute show.
I will go one step a little further, just a little further. How about make it a shock rock one-day festival?
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Have Gwar, Ghost, Rob Zombie, Alice Cooper, Iron Maiden,
Marilyn Manson,
and Marilyn Manson. No, I wouldn't throw Marilyn on the bill.
Why is that?
Because it's not that I believe in it, but you're bringing a lot of controversy to that show because of what just recently happened with Manson.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
The whole sexual assault thing and all of that. I'm not saying he did it. I'm not saying he's not worthy of being on that bill, but if the show happened right now or was booked right now, I'd give it time to boil over.
Well, I don't know. I think I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the case is dropped.
It is, but that doesn't mean that he's guilty or innocent. And in the eyes of the public, unfortunately, he's viewed as guilty, and people will kind of forget later on. Because he's
I'm
touring.
pretty what's that?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I know. I was going to say that. I saw a recent picture of him, and I believe Piggy D is in his band.
Cool. Manson kind of looks like Nicolas Cage trying to be goth.
Yeah.
According to Nikki, and you could correct because you're a huge Ghost fan. Do you believe that some of Ghost's work is just satire and pokes fun of satanic bands?
I think so.
Because Nikki's a big fan too, and I've heard that theory that Ghost actually isn't personally satanic. They use it to mock Satanism.
I think so. Like, have you seen them live, Nikki? Because like, I saw clips from the movie that they was released.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like watching Alice Cooper and Walk Into My Nightmare from 1978 or whatever it was, 1970. And it's like watching that mixed with a bit of Iron Maiden.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And with Ghost, I don't think they're mocking Satanism. I don't think they're mocking necessarily satanic bands. I think they're mocking religion. Because religion's been controlling this world for way too long. I think that's what they're doing, but I could be wrong. No, I don't know if they are not satanic or not. I know that they are brilliant. They are brilliant. And what's crazy is I've studied various religions throughout my life because I've got friends of various religions and I want to educate myself on their religion. And I've had a couple friends that are what they call theistic Satanists, which are the ones that believe in Satan, believe in God, but they choose to worship Satan because they've read all the works. And Ghost's music is brilliant when it comes to captivating what they actually believe in.
Yeah.
But those people, most of those people that actually are, don't like listening to Ghost.
Yeah, a lot of people are like that, but you know,
I love Ghost though.
It's the same thing like Nickelback. People can talk shit and share their stuff, saying how shit they are, but then again, you're spreading the name around for that band. You know what I mean?
And those are the first people to sing along when it comes on the fucking radio.
Yeah, so shut up.
With Ghost though, didn't they used to be called Ghost BC and they dropped the BC?
Yeah, I think there's like a story behind that. I'm not too sure, but then I like how he changes identity, like his identity as Papa, whatever it was.
Emeritus or Emerite. I don't know how to pronounce it.
He's trying to use that Papa Arthritis.
Papa Arthritis. Can we please start a Ghost cover band or a parody band? And I'm just Papa Arthritis.
Yeah.
Fucking love it, dude.
I like that too. I would like to start a band called Ghost CB and CBD, as in like CBD oil.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
And then I'll be like the lead singer, formerly known as Papa Arthritis, because he's just come out of like retirement.
Dude, you are a genius.
I might get sued for that.
So do you think though a lot of the hate to Ghost is not even within the metal community? Because I know a lot of big metal fans and shit. Most of my friends are big fans of metal, and none of them really hate or dislike Ghost. Do you think it's more of a media thing to prevent them from being too far into the spotlight due to the satanic shit, due to satanic panic?
Yeah, I think so. You know what the media is like too when they bring out like shit like that. Like they will do anything to cause up a stir and all that crap.
You know what really pisses the media off, and especially extremist religious groups?
What's that?
If they're like, oh my God, like Sam Smith, for instance, he performed that song Unholy, and they're like, oh, he's a Satanist, he's a devil worshiper, blah, 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 blah. They really hate when you say, now I'm a fan of his because he's a devil worshiper, hail Satan. Like, they hate that shit.
He's a bit out there, that guy, but whatever.
He is, but we all are. All entertainers are.
I didn't understand. I remember saw a photo of him to a music award, and he was wearing his fucking. It just looked like a cute, big fucking garbage bag or some shit. And then like people are like, oh my God, he's so like stylish. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Dude, he is pretty much the male equivalent of Lady Gaga at this point.
I was gonna say the male equivalent of Kanye West, but yeah.
Kanye, that man's nuts. Did you see when he was on forget what fucking show he was on, but he was being interviewed on some show, but he was wearing a mask and he fucking was talking about Hitler was not a bad guy and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, and the thing is, the guy that was interviewing him was like a very extremist guy who like talks about all kinds of crazy off the wall shit. And he was uncomfortable.
I would be too.
I'm like, you don't just go out and say that shit. Like,
What about his wife, man? Like, fucking hell. Like, I'm sure she's decent, but like, fuck, man. Like, why do you have to dress like some fucking?
I mean, I guess it's your life. Dress how you want. I mean,
but I reckon Kanye is controlling her. You know
he
what I mean?
might be. I mean, it's very possible he could be doing the whole P. Diddy thing. Who knows?
That wouldn't be so surprising.
Like, that whole thing with Diddy was not shocking, really. I mean, they've been talking about that shit for years, dude. They talked about it. Fucking Eminem put it in a song.
Yeah.
Except when he put it in a song, he said that Diddy put the hit out that took Tupac out.
Oh, really?
He alleged that, and it's a big conspiracy because it is believed, allegedly, that P. Diddy is the one that paid the hitman to take out Tupac. That is the belief.
There's a lot of conspiracies about those things.
By the way, Nikki, keep your eyes and ears open because I just recently announced I'm going to be doing a whole episode. I might even have to bust it into several part series because we also got to cover the music part of it. But I am going to be talking about Satanism. Presumably, I'm also going to be reviewing the Satanic Bible because arguably this is what started Satanic Panic in the 80s. But it's weird because this book was published in 1966. Gotcha. Well, it might have been 69 because he founded the Church of Satan in 1966. But regardless, we're going to be talking about that. So 69 is when it came out. But yeah, that's the weird thing. Like a little taste of it, though, since we're talking about ghost and we talked about a little bit about Satanism. A lot of people do not realize that there are actually multiple forms of Satanism. There's two branches, though, two big branches. There's the theistic Satanists and the non-theistic. You make a long story short, the non-theistics are the ones that are atheists. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in Satan. They use him as an act of symbolism.
Yeah.
Some of them are Wiccans, like they believe in magic, but they don't believe in a higher power. Then you have the theistic Satanists, the one that believe, but they choose to worship Satan for whatever reason. And then there's the Ceotans. There is a third one, but they do not classify as Satanists. There's the Ceotans, which worship Set, who is a Egyptian god, which is pretty much their Satan. And it's a very weird story because the Ceotans are an old religion, but they died off pretty much. And then they were brought back to the tenfold in 1980s. The guy that was the main believer of Levan Satanism actually left the church and he decided to become a theistic Satanist. He's not an atheist anymore because he claims that he tried summoning the devil, and he came to him and said that he is Set, who was the Egyptian devil. And so he started worshiping Set, made his own Bible. Ironically, Anton LaVey's daughter left the Church of Satan and joined. And then she went on and formed her own separate form of the Temple of Set. Now, that's a little bit of the history of what the three actually different satanic people are. There's others, but those are the three ones that are like modern.
Yeah.
And the Temple of Set arguably isn't even around anymore because the main guy died, and there's just some people that still read the book and believe it, which is weird because they're worshiping something that some guy's brain came up with, which is what religion is anyway, but still. They're basically all cult leaders at this point.
Yeah.
Have you joined a cult lately?
No.
Would you like to? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm good, man.
Come on.
I'm happy with mine at the moment.
What is yours, if you don't mind me asking?
Just a normal chill out person cult.
Oh, okay. So you got your little agnostic cult over there.
Yeah, I got my coffee, I got my my supplements.
Do you believe there are like higher beings, or are you just whatever, like you just don't care one way or another?
Nah, I don't really care. Everyone has their own I guess beliefs on these type of things.
Yeah, but what is your personal? Because I like having this respectful
my
conversation with you.
personal belief.
Yeah.
What about the whole Satanism and Christian?
No, like in general, like what do you believe in? Like spiritually?
I do believe there's a good and a bad. I do believe that good people will go to heaven and bad people will, go straight to hell. I grew up in a Catholic, thing. So my mom's Catholic, so she goes to, she still goes to church and stuff like that, which is fine. Whatever, that's her. But when we were younger, we used to do like Easter Sunday church masses. Even before Christmas, they will have like a midnight mass.
Oh, nice.
I'll get dragged to that and just stuff like that. But I don't talk about it as much. But I do watch when I can't sleep. And I know this might be a bit creepy, but I do watch like some afterlife stuff and what happens when you die type of thing.
Oh, that's
and then they will have interviews with people that will have experience like that. And I'm like, oh, this is interesting. And I can't sleep. This is at 1 a.m. I'm in bed. And then there was a guy who was saying that his experience in the afterlife was weird.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying that he died from a heart attack, I think it was. And all he can remember was his body leaving him. And it was people surrounding his body or something like that. And then he said that he was into like a dark room, and it was like he was just standing there until he saw someone come, like walking up to him in like a white clothing, and said, come with me, blah 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 blah. And then like he went with that guy, and then it was like another place where it's just white, and it was just people everywhere, just having a great time.
So heaven has a waiting room. I'm just kidding.
Maybe, but
I'm just kidding. Sorry, bro.
And then they're all like just talking, and then he was loving it because like it was something different. Like he wasn't expecting something like that. You know what I mean? After when you move on to the next life, and then
sorry,
and then he was saying something that they were started talking and stuff like that, and the guy that let him in saying, I think today is not your day, and I think you should go back because you're still young, you still have a family, and you still have a lot to live for. And he's like, look, I understand, and like I know my family and my loved ones would miss me, but I'm really enjoying it up here. But then the guy's like, it's not your time yet. So like, yeah,
See,
apparently he died for a couple of hours and then he came back.
I do believe that death is just another form of like experience. I do believe that. However, I don't believe that we should worship either good or bad. I think we should worship both because it is the balance. And also the fact is there is good within bad and there's bad within good. There is no actual good, no actual bad, because it's a matter of perception. What is one person's heaven is another person's hell.
Mm,
Just live your life. You're an animal. Live your animalistic instincts, because when you die, you go to your creator, regardless if that's what you believe in. I think we think too heavily of it and judge each other based on what our own belief is. But at the end of the day, our beliefs are based on mythology. It's our belief. We don't have to push it on anybody. It's your personal thing. We should be able to respectfully disagree or talk about it.
mm. That's why I don't like to like argue with people with shit like that.
You don't have to worry
You
about me,
believe
bro. I
what
won't.
you want to believe, whatever.
I just never had that conversation with you, and I've always wondered. I just never thought to bring it up.
Everyone has their own. I guess everyone else has their own point of view of things like that, you know. But stuff like that creeps me out when you hear stories like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, there's
Like,
also this belief scientifically. I'm not discrediting anyone. I'm just saying scientifically, your brain lets out a chemical during the dying process that causes you to hallucinate.
mm,
And that's what they believe these experiences are. But I don't know if I believe it or not, because my dad, he died and came back.
yeah, I remember you were saying that. I remember
And
you
Nikki
saying-
did too. Nikki in the chat. I'd love to have her on to talk about it, because me and her personally spoke of it. It's her story to tell, so I'm not going to live. But from my father's experience, and I know he probably won't care that I tell this, and I'd like to talk to my own dad about it. That'd be cool, but I know he's not really that comfortable on camera as far as I know. But he died, and from my memory of him telling me, I could be mistaken, but he remembers seeing himself on the hospital bed, like from the corner of the room. He could see himself, and he knew what kind of shoes the doctor was wearing that he had never met before. He knew his name and everything. And when he came back to, he was like, my chest hurts. Is that because you hit me with the paddles? And I'm like, how did you know? And the
Yeah.
doctor was wearing the shoes that he remembers him wearing, and the name. I think no matter what, I don't believe in hell, because even scriptures that believe in it, if you recite it, they mention Hades, which we need to remember. All scripture was translated from Hebrew. In Hebrew, Hades means the grave. They're literally mentioning the grave. When you die, you go to whatever place, regardless.
Mm,
Regardless.
yeah.
Because that's just my belief. I believe just be the best you can be on this planet and enjoy yourself. Give in to your natural animalistic instincts. It's fucking natural. If you weren't supposed to have them, whatever created you wouldn't have given them to you.
Exactly. Don't be a dick.
I think the 7 deadly sins is a crock of shit, because that is animalistic instincts. As long as you don't do too much of it or you harm somebody else, that's the only way that they're wrong. Because
Yeah.
I don't know, it's animalistic instincts. I'm not making you uncomfortable with this conversation, am I? You're not very talkative.
No, I'm just making this banner up as I'm listening.
Oh, you're good. You're just listening to me ramble. You're working on the banner for your upcoming show?
Yeah.
But you want to know it's hilarious though? Just
go
to
for
like
it.
add a little light to the room. That satanic Bible I have, do you know where I keep it right now? And you're gonna laugh.
In your bed.
No. I have a lock box that I keep my weed in. And I keep it on top so that when somebody opens it, they'll be like, never mind.
Yeah. They won't steal that shit.
Well, I also did it because it's the devil's lettuce.
It'll It'll be almost like the book from Evil Dead.
I'm getting one. I'm getting a miniature one to put in my weed box.
It'll be like Evil Dead, and then like be like, oh, what's this? And then it, like you hear like this like witchcrafty voodoo fucking talk thing in the background, and it's you, and then like this evil spirit will come, and then
I always told people like I could have never have like gotten into like the really occulty shit, even if I wanted to, because like I'd fuck up Hebrew one time and end up with a 12-foot demon in my living room. Like, oh shit.
whoopsies, that was a mistake.
And then I'd be on some kind of a fucking TV show. My fucking 12-foot demon. But no, like
dude, you'll be like on the fucking news and that shit.
I need to get into it. No, what's weird is like the fact that kind of shit's frowned upon because like prayer is witchcraft.
Yeah.
It's white magic. They're literally asking for shit. They're like, hey, help my friend feel better. Like, that's magic. That is fucking spells.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a lot of hate for this episode, and I don't give a shit. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I believe in equality, and I believe that every religion should be discussed in a positive way as long as it does not harm anyone.
Exactly. And if you don't like it, then whatever.
I was called fucking all kinds of shit growing up because I hung out with all the different people. So like I've been called a Satanist. I've been called all kinds of shit. And I've learned to just allow people to think the way they want, and I will act the way that they think I am. So that's not true. I will prove them wrong from time to time. But by that, I mean, like if they keep calling me a Satanist and I explain to them, hey, no, here's my thoughts. I don't worship them, whatever. I don't worship any deity, whatever. Then they turn around and still call me it. So then I look at them, like, okay, hail Satan, see ya. Like it's nothing. Like you're wasting my time. I'm not wasting my time on people that my time should not be wasted upon.
Yeah, exactly right.
So
whatever, man.
What have you been getting into though, other than the podcast? You need to tell me about you. I'm just rambling.
Not a lot. Just fucking just working.
Man, you need to get out of work. You need to become a comedian or something.
I need to get out of work, period.
Become a musician, dude. You're a fucking amazing guitar player.
I try.
You can start a fucking rock band. You'd be the only rock band in Australia that does not sound like AC/DC. Like you can market yourself as that. You can be like, we're the only Australian rock band who doesn't sound like AC/DC.
Okay. I don't know how that is gonna work, but
Well, if you look, I'm not like shitting on anyone because they all have their own unique sound, but very closely does a lot of Australian bands sound like that. You have Airborne, AC/DC, Accept, like
Accept is German, so there you go.
they're Accept is German. I thought the original singer was from Australia. I thought the original singer was from Australia, though.
Nah, he's fucking German.
Oh, he is. He is. Udo.
Where did that shit from?
I don't know. I'm high.
You need to stop watching like fake documentary shit, man.
No, I'm high, dude. I'm getting bands mixed up. That's what the problem is. Let me look it up. Australian bands. I'm just going to randomly pick them. I'm going to prove myself wrong because that's how I do. Who's High Five?
They're a kids band.
Yeah, they sound like AC/DC, right?
No.
That'd be hilarious if they did. Come on, clap your hands.
Oh, God.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
With the same three chord fucking
dude
thing.
Them guys perfected those 3 chords.
They made it for what it is.
They perfected those 3 chords so much. They perfected them so much that they played them really fast together in one song. Remember that? Thunderstruck. That's the 3 chords they know, but like played really fast. It's like all of
Yep.
our songs sound the same. Fuck you. We'll just play all those 3 chords really, really fast. Thank you, Abigail. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everyone. Pink Sock is taking over.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. You need to come on here more often. Quit being a stranger. Quit
Yeah.
working, dude. Come on, be homeless. Be on the podcast.
Be home. Nah, I need the money. I just bought a new lounge, so I need to fucking start saving money again. And also, I got a new tattoo. I got a tattoo like 2 weeks ago.
You got a
so,
new lounge?
Yeah, it cost me like $1,000, but it's all good.
Jesus, where'd you get it at?
A place called Fantastic Furniture. It was like the end of financial year sale, so it was originally it was at $1,200, so $1,200. But there was a sale going on, and I got $200 off, so it's pretty good.
Damn, dude, that's a good deal. I went on fucking AliExpress, ALI Express, and I bought my phone. I need to do a review of this. It doesn't have a case on it, by the way. That's just how thick it is. It's waterproof, drop proof, all that shit. It has a screen on the back, and you can take pictures and see yourself on the screen. It's pretty fucking cool. It's not a feature I've used yet, but like it's cool that it exists. And I bought it for like same with you, about like it was like $40 or $50 cheaper.
Yeah.
I love sales, dude. Like
Sales
I'm the
are
consumer whore, because like they could be lying to us. They could be like, it was 1,200 last week. Really? Okay, I'll buy it now. And then you go in there the next week and it's like, oh, it's 1,200, but it was 1,400 last week. They're just
I don't like this fucking Outlook email app thing. It won't let me.
what?
So the Outlook email thing,
Oh yeah, I don't use
it's
that.
fucking shit.
I don't
It won't
use
let
it.
me. It won't let me paste fucking shit. Like it's
Dude, I
the
use
new.
Gmail.
I got a Gmail as well, but like
Outlook's easier, but kind of.
Yeah, I like using Outlook because that's where I get everything emailed to me and stuff like that.
Dude, that's
But
fucking
it's fucking annoying. Like
Who all you got coming up other than that? Like, do you have any guests that you're reaching out to that like
yeah, I've reached out to a few. I've reached out to Casey Henson. She is the creator of Homicide. Shit, I should know these things because I.
Oh, you're good, bro. No judgment. I was just teasing you earlier. Wasn't being serious.
What's her name?
Oh, by the way, while you're looking that up,
Oh yeah, the Homicidal Homemaker. So she's like a baker, but she baked things like in a horror style theme.
dude, that's fucking cool.
She's cool. Yeah.
I'm following her now.
I follow her on what you call it, the Calibres.
I'm trying to look her up right now, and my fucking dumbass. Homicidal
Homemaker.
Homemaker. I thought you said maker, but I thought it was like. I got her. I'm following her right now. That is cool.
She's cool, man.
Yeah. Shit. Hold on. Let me like bring it up on the screen here. Because you're talking about her. I can actually bring her up on the screen. Not like interview her. Like I'm not. Okay, we got her now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing episodes like that though. I'm gonna start reaching out to people like live. I'm gonna see if they'll be on the show. Homicidal. Homicidal. That would be funny if she called it homicidal. A share screen.
She's got some cool shit, man. She worked with I think she worked with Joe Bob Briggs from The Last Drive-In.
Well, that's cool. She got
Some
like,
shut-
oh, that's the fucking box from Hellraiser.
Well,
What's
that's pretty
the-
cool that she does.
What's the name of that box again?
Oh, Joe Bob Briggs. I think it's his name.
No,
He has a
the box from Hellraiser. What's it called?
Hellraiser.
Yeah, from Hellraiser, the box that he like fucks with. Yeah, what's the name of his box though?
Oh, fucking the box.
I thought it had a fucking name. That's weird. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Talk about the. What you?
But yeah, I've got Alan Poe on the 18th.
I love that guy.
For his new band, Coffee Scum. Coffin Scum. I said Coffee Scum. I'm like, what the fuck?
I always call him coffins come.
Coffin.
Coffins. That's what
Coffins come.
I actually messaged him one day. I'm like, is it coffin scum or is it coffins come? And he was like, Mike. I'm like, what? He's like, it's whatever you want it to be. So when I interview him, I'm going to introduce him, like after you're done interviewing him, I'm going to introduce him as Alan Poe of Coffins Come. I'm sorry, but my fat ass is fucking wanting some of this woman's food. What is that? Currywurst? Oh, she don't do everything horror themed? Dude, what the fuck? This woman is like...
She's good, huh?
The Badook. Oh, she made it straight from the movie.
Yeah.
That is wild. Halloween 3 Season of the Witch Shamrock Shake. That is the best. I'm sorry, but that is the best Halloween movie.
Very underrated.
Like the best one in terms of like, I don't think it gets enough credit because it's got the Halloween name. She's cute.
She's cool.
What else is she into, or does she just do?
She does
horror
other
shit?
things, man.
I'm gonna have to watch that episode because she seems like a chill ass person.
Yeah.
The Nun, Night Swim. What the fuck is this? Pee-wee's Playhouse. Oh, she's talking about how he died. I'm like, I thought she was doing something with like Paul Rubens, like making a Paul Rubin cake. I'm like, that'd be cool. Did you know that actually Paul Rubin was a great actor, but his first major movie role, well, he was in Cheech and Chong films, but his first starring role, he was Pee-wee's Playhouse, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, right?
Yeah.
Do you know who directed Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
Rob Zombie.
Tim Burton.
Oh.
It was Tim Burton's directorial debut. Dude, I love this horror theme stuff, though.
It's pretty cool, though. Wow.
Where's she based out of?
Shit. I'm not sure.
Because I mean, if she's not like too far, just fucking order something and have it shipped. That'd be fucking cool. But I ain't having it shipped from fucking Australia.
Yeah.
By the time it got here, it'd probably be stale. Oh my god, those are cool ass masks, bro. They're the monsters from They Live. We should watch They Live and review it. Have you seen They Live?
No.
They Live is this movie starring Roddy Piper. And he wears these glasses, these sunglasses where he sees the world like as we see it. And then he takes them off and like humans are like fucking these brain dead zombies pretty much that come after him and shit. And like you find out that like reality is through the lenses, but we're actually a brain dead society that lives off I can't fucking think of the wording, that feeds off of consumerism was the word I was looking for. Sorry, I couldn't fucking find the word. But like, it's a great movie. That's all I remember about it, really, though. Like, I've seen it, but it's been a while. There's so many fucking movies out there, bro.
There's yeah, I can't wait to watch the new Alien movie that's coming out next month.
That's cool. You want to see it?
I want to watch Trap. It's got Josh Hartnett in it. The trailer looks pretty good.
That's fucking cool, dude. I want to see that. I want to
in the Violet Nature. I want to watch that as well.
I want to see. I still haven't seen the new Winnie the Pooh, the second one.
Watch it. You should be able to rent it.
Well, I tried watching it, but the rent wasn't available, and I have a friend who had a copy that he gave me, and it was like fucking movie theater quality. Like, I'm like, I don't want all this. It's like, so I'll just wait.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to spend money on it, though. Was it as good as the first?
It was more high budget. So.
Was like, who all did they introduce?
Tigger, Al, a few other people, I guess, and stuff like that. Like, it was just going on a rampage.
Was Tigger in it?
Yeah, man.
See, the thing with those movies, the first movie, they just had Piglet and Winnie, but I got confused sometimes. I'm like, who's who?
I do want to watch Violet Nature. It's sort of like Friday the 13th.
It
spin-off. Yeah, but it got really good reviews.
I'll have to check it out. Like, I'll give any movie a chance, but I'm weird because, like, I'm not like the gore porn horror movies where there's no story; they're just killing people. You know what I mean? Like,
the new Stranger movies was shit.
I've heard. Like, I'm not a fan of Terrifier. I've never had a chance to watch it, but I'm not a fan because
you know who's playing Steamboat Willie?
The guy that plays Art the Clown, right?
Yep.
I was gonna fuck with you and say the guy that played the Grinch and the Mean One.
Yeah, that is the guy from the fucking.
It is. It's the same fucking guy, dude. They need to do a fucking SpongeBob SquarePants movie with him.
Yeah, I don't know. There's gonna be a Pinocchio horror movie.
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? And he fucking slits their throat.
Let's make it happen.
It's fucking just Squidward going on a rampage because he's just tired of it all. He's just
Let's make it happen.
Sure. SpongeBob's outside of his house playing the fucking, like, playing around outside where he's trying to play the clarinet, and he fucking takes the clarinet and puts a knife on the end of it and starts fucking bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Dude, we need to make it a thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna head off. It's like 12 o'clock and I'm hungry.
Oh, you're good, bro. I'm gonna add one more thing to that, and then we're gonna leave anyway.
Yeah.
The only way we're gonna do a horror movie SpongeBob is if David Hasselhoff's in it.
Oh God.
And he plays Mermaid Man. All right. It was nice chatting with you, Greg. Thank you for joining me. As always, I love talking to you. It's always fun, and I hope you can make it for the satanic. I don't know if it's going to be a Pink Sock episode or if it's just going to be going through and just making a separate video. Because honestly, live streams are fun to hang out with people, but YouTube does not put into the FYP or whatever for a live video. You don't get anything from it. You don't get much because they don't push them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep doing these lives, but I'm going to have to do other separate videos. So I want to cover the entire, as much as I can, of the history of Satanism. Thank you, Goals Gone Wild. Hi, how are you? But anyway, I love you all. And Greg, thank you. Much love.
Oh, good.
God bless. Hail Satan. Love you. Love you, bro. And we're off. Live long.
Laters.